Number 5 is our rest periods. And this was one when I was doing a lot of critiquing of fitness instructors in previous roles, where I used to see a bit of a gap in that often people would have a program written for them, but the instructor wouldn't be specifying how long they should be having between sets. And this is really, really important because it has a major impact about what's going to happen in subsequent sets. So if I give you some rules of thumb, they would be for a muscular endurance goal, where we're trying to make the muscle very fatigue resistant. We're really looking at trying to keep the rest periods very short. So you might have some very conditioned people that can just go from exercise to exercise without a break. Probably a more common scenario though for a lot of people would be giving them somewhere between about 15 and 30 seconds break. So not much recovery, because the idea is you want to be hitting follow-up sets when you're still relatively fatigued, because you're trying to train the muscles to overcome the fatigue, the muscles and the energy systems. If you've got an optimal strength goal, which would be the other end of the spectrum, you're really looking at having as much rest as possible, again within reason, within the parameter of your program. So for the majority of people, they would have about 3 minutes rest if they've got an optimal strength goal. And for a hypertrophy goal, it depends on which end of the spectrum we're working at, whether we're looking at more recruiting and exhausting the faster twitch fibres, i.e. a 6 to 8 repetition range. You may look at closer to a 3-minute gap for that sort of a goal, somewhere between 2 and 3 minutes. However, if you're trying to more recruit and exhaust the slower twitch muscle fibre, like a 15 to 20 rep range, you'd be looking at closer to 30 seconds to a minute gap. And it does make a big difference, because you can imagine if you're trying to lift very heavy things and you're only having a very minimal break, if you are training the muscles again before they've recovered, had a chance to recover, you're just not going to be able to do as many reps in subsequent sets. So it's really goal dependent. The key thing to take away from this is to make sure you always specify how long you'd like the person to rest in between their sets or activities.